Is it time to buy or sell Restoration Hardware Holdings stock? In this video, we will explore Restoration Hardware Holdings in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Thursday, the 11th of September, 2025, and we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You will not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since July 17th, 2025, our system has categorized Restoration Hardware Holdings as a hold accumulate, assigning it a score of -0.05. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. Over this period, the stock has exceeded our expectations, achieving a gain of 15.94% since we initially recommended purchasing Restoration Hardware Holdings 40 days ago. This equates to an average return of 0.4% per day since it was designated as hold accumulate. The stock is currently positioned in the lower segment of a broad and robust upward trend in the short term, which typically presents an excellent buying opportunity. However, if the lower trend floor at $223.26 is breached, it may indicate a deceleration in the rate of increase and could serve as an initial alert for a potential trend reversal. The present 3-month trend suggests a possible change of 27.03% over the upcoming 3 months, with a potential return ranging between 24.33% and 41.72%. In terms of the longer view, our 12-month analysis forecasts a projected change of negative 40.91%. According to our assessments, the stock's performance could fluctuate between negative 86.92% and negative 18.68% over the next year. In current terms, this would translate to a future price estimated to be between $29.84 and $185.51. Our latest daily update for Restoration Hardware Holdings includes the headline, Restoration Hardware Holdings Inc. stock downgraded to hold accumulate. The stock price of Restoration Hardware Holdings Inc. declined by approximately 0.354% on the last trading day, which was Thursday, the 11th of September, 2025, falling from $228.93 to $228.12. This marks the 4th consecutive day of decline. During the last trading session, the stock experienced fluctuations of 2.62%, ranging from a low of $226.50 to a high of $232.44. While the price has decreased in 7 out of the last 10 days, it remains up by 0.05% over the past 2 weeks. Notably, trading volume increased by 2 million shares on the last day, despite the declining prices. This may signal an early warning, slightly increasing the risk over the next few days. In total, 3 million shares were traded, amounting to approximately $639.16 million. Over the past 52 weeks, the stock reached a highest price of $457.26 and a lowest price of $123.03. Currently, the stock price is 50.11%, or $229.14. below the 52-week high, and 69.36%, or $516.44, below the all-time high, which was reached on the 12th of August, 2021, when the price peaked at $744.56. RH reported its second quarter results after the market closed, revealing an adjusted earnings per share of $2.93, which fell short of the consensus estimate of $3.19. Additionally, revenue came in below expectations. Following this news, shares dropped significantly in after-hours trading as investors processed the disappointing results and raised concerns about tariffs and supply chain costs. CEO Gary Friedman cautioned that significant inflation is anticipated this year, with an acceleration expected into 2026 and beyond. Management emphasized efforts to shift sourcing away from China and to increase international sales as strategic actions. In the short term, the earnings shortfall, coupled with tariff challenges and an inflation warning, is likely to exert ongoing pressure on the stock. Weak profits often lead to selling, and the inflation narrative raises apprehensions regarding margin compression and a slowdown in discretionary spending. The upcoming conference call and any future guidance may serve as catalysts that could influence stock movements. Over the longer term, effective reallocation of sourcing, flexibility with tariffs, and robust international growth could restore revenue momentum and safeguard margins. However, persistent inflation may either diminish demand or enable RH to pass on higher costs if the strength of its brand endures. Investors are likely to concentrate on margin recovery, the pace of cost reductions, and signs that international demand can counteract softness in the U.S. market. Analyst ratings. On Monday, the 8th of September 2025, it was reported that Wells Fargo assigned RH an overweight rating with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 3rd of September 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned RH a neutral rating with a hold action. On Friday, the 13th of June 2025, it was reported that Wells Fargo assigned RH an overweight rating with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 26th of March 2025, it was reported that Bank of America Securities assigned RH a buy rating with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 26th of March 2025, it was reported that Wedbush assigned RH an outperform rating with a hold action. Analysts have assigned Restoration Hardware Holdings stock a general strong sell rating. They evaluate the price-to-earnings ratio as strong sell, and the price-to-book ratio also as strong sell. In terms of return on investment, the analysts have given the stock a neutral rating. The following signals have been identified for Restoration Hardware Holdings. Restoration Hardware Holdings Inc. stock currently shows a sell signal from the short-term moving average. Conversely, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. With the short-term average positioned above the long-term average, the overall sentiment suggests a buy signal for the stock, indicating a positive forecast. Should the stock experience further gains, it will encounter resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $234. Conversely, if the stock declines, it should find support from the long-term average at around $224. A breakthrough above the short-term average will trigger a buy signal, while a decline below the long-term average will generate a sell signal. Additionally, some negative signals have emerged, likely impacting short-term developments. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Friday, September 5, 2025, resulting in a decline of approximately 9.12%. Continued downward movement is expected until a new bottom pivot is established. Moreover, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD. Notably, volume increased as prices fell yesterday, which may serve as an early warning, suggesting that close monitoring of this stock is advisable. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving Average Convergence Divergence, sell signal. Pivots, sell signal from 5 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 5 days ago. Short-term moving average, sell signal from 3 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 41 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages, buy signal from 51 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, sell signal from 3 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal from 38 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages, buy signal from 35 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Restoration Hardware Holdings. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $205.80 and $189.29. There is a natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level. If this level is broken, the stock may then fall to the next support level. In this case, Restoration Hardware Holdings Incorporated finds support just below today's level at $205.80. If this is broken, the next support from accumulated volume will be at $189.29 and $189.12. This stock has average movements during the day, and with good trading volume, the risk is considered to be medium. During the last day, the stock moved $5.94 between its high and low, or 2.62%. For the last week, the stock has had daily average volatility of 5.24%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Restoration Hardware Holdings, let's quickly review some key fundamental data. First, we have the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly known as the PE ratio. This important metric assesses a company's current share price relative to its earnings per share. A high PE ratio could indicate that the stock is overvalued, or it may suggest that investors anticipate significant growth rates in the future. The upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is expected on the 11th of September, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates stand at $3.19. It is vital to monitor these figures as they can have a substantial impact on stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Restoration Hardware Holdings. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for Restoration Hardware Holdings is at 230.72. If you do not own any shares, it may be wise to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those already holding the stock, this could serve as a consideration for swing trading. On the downside, Restoration Hardware Holdings faces its first support level at 205.80. If this support level holds, it may present a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Restoration Hardware Holdings from multiple analyst sources indicates a strong sell. Now, let's examine some recent insider trades. On the 26th of June, 2025, Middick Kathleen C. executed an insider buy of 670 shares of common stock. On the same day, Bell & Keith also conducted an insider buy of 670 shares of common stock. Additionally, on the 26th of June, 2025, Schlesinger Leonard A. performed an insider buy of 670 shares of common stock. Rogani Ali followed suit on the same day with an insider buy of 670 shares of common stock. Lastly, on the 26th of June, 2025, Alberini Carlos conducted an insider buy of 670 shares of common stock. Analyzing the 100 most recent insider trades, we find that the insider power is positive, with a ratio of 21.782. In total, insiders purchased 512,478 shares, while selling 361,314 shares in these last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $216.90, reflecting a decrease of 4.92%. This stock experiences medium daily fluctuations, indicating a medium level of risk. Additionally, a sell signal has emerged from a pivot top that was identified 4 days ago. Is Restoration Hardware Holdings stock a good buy? Restoration Hardware Holdings Inc. exhibits several negative signals, suggesting it could be a sell candidate. However, considering the potential for a turnaround, it may be worth holding or accumulating while we await further developments. Due to some minor weaknesses in the technical indicators, we have adjusted our analysis from a buy recommendation to a hold candidate since the last evaluation. After examining the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our assessments indicate that the current price is undervalued. For trading on Friday, the 12th of September, we anticipate Restoration Hardware Holdings will open higher by 90 cents, starting at $229.02. We remind you that trading involves a significant risk of losing money, and it is advisable to consult with a financial advisor before making any decisions regarding the buying or selling of securities. It is important not to base your investment decisions solely on the information provided by StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you acknowledge that you are responsible for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.